Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the cabin.
Just Wheeler and Lecter this morning. Ollie is taking a well-deserved morning off. We do that for each other. Every once in a while, we'll just say, hey, you know what? Can't stand you two anymore. I'm going to take the morning off.
Seems to happen to Ollie more often.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
He
works too hard.
Yeah, he works very, very hard.
That's all.
He is head and shoulders above the rest of us in almost every discernible way.
Just life.
Yeah. Just so much further ahead in life than we are. And we're silly.
Which is why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Working. He's relaxing.
We're working. I don't know if he's relaxed. I don't know if Ollie
He's
knows
probably
how
not
to
relaxed.
He probably doesn't know how to relax. He's probably been up since 6, and that's his sleep in. But I mean, we've talked about that before. Once a week, one of us will just say, you know what?
Yeah.
I just can't face the morning.
I can't look at your stupid faces today. I'm sorry.
I'm going to sleep in. And you know what it amounts to? About an extra hour. That's about it. And you don't even notice. I like on Monday, I took my morning off on Monday.
Yes.
And I ended up taking the rest of the day because I didn't feel well.
Just said screw it.
Well, not screw. I mean, I did feel gross, but
okay.
I couldn't sleep past like 7.
I
got up at 5, and then I went back to sleep. I got up at
Ollie's
5.
Like, and
let the dog out, like I usually do.
Yeah.
And then I sat back down. I was like, I'll go back to sleep for like 20 minutes, which is stupid. And then got up at 7, and I was like, no.
Shut her down.
Shut her down. It's all good. Okay, we're going to get it started. Lecter and I will take the wheel. Well, not me, but, with the wheel in the car.
Mornings at the cabin, the podcast.
Wheeler and Lecter with you on your Wednesday?
Wednesday.
It's trivia day.
It is.
I'm going to the gym. You're going to trivia. We finished, 5th 2 times and 2nd once.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, we're
averaging 3rd. Yeah.
That's right.
We're right in the mix.
Right in the mix.
It's okay.
Once I get back in there full time, we are going to steamroll that thing.
I would like to just throw it out there to all the other Pub Stumpers trivia players that
you don't have to show up.
Well, had you been there,
yeah,
and had Nancy been there,
yeah,
the entire time,
yes,
I think we would have won.
I don't even think.
No.
I know.
Lost by 1 point with shambles of a team.
Shambles. Absolute shambles.
And pretty good.
Good.
People there, but
anyway. Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, but we digress.
That's enough. That's enough.
You have
ranting about Pub Stumpers.
Wonderful email to share. Now, do you want to give people some history on this?
Well, I'm a little confused by it, and I was kind of debating whether or not I should throw it out there. Yesterday, it came in yesterday morning, and it just seems like I don't know if it was necessarily intended for me. That's the thing.
Okay.
But it does seem like a potential public interest thing.
Okay.
So I wanted to just throw it out there just in case this person is listening. So
fair enough.
Yes, I got an email from Nikki of the YK Racket Club. Fantastic gym in town. And it was titled "Good Morning, Steve."
Well, that's not your name.
No, that's not my name.
No.
So Steve,
yep.
If you're listening, I apologize. There's nothing super personal in here, but I just in case Steve is listening and this information is not getting to you, I don't know what your email address is, Steve, so I can't forward it to you. Okay? So here's how we're going to do. We're just going to read out your email.
Listen up,
on
Steve.
The air. Good morning, Steve. We are going through a membership list, and it has come to our attention that you are still under the Vista Radio membership account. This account was canceled and no longer exists. We have canceled your membership with the YK Racket Club.
Wow.
If you would like to start a membership with us, we will require that you set up a new one with payment information. Let me know if you have any questions. Warm regards, Nikki.
Warm regards.
Warm regards.
To Steve.
Yeah.
That's not you.
No, that's not me.
What kind of regards do you get? False.
Thanks for passing it along.
Thanks for passing it along. So it sounds like Steve
helpful
worked for Vista
regards.
Radio and had some sort of membership benefit.
Yeah, I'm not totally clear on what the operation was, what the system and the agreement was, but it is no more.
It is no more.
It is null and void.
No.
And Steve, you are without membership.
Oh, Steve.
So get in touch with the Racket Club, Steve.
I really hope you enjoyed your 2 months in town, Steve, and working for that radio station. That's a shame. That's a shame. And why did you get this email, do you think?
My first name starts with an S.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. Other association. I can't really think of any other association.
I feel like
my memory only goes back about a year and a half.
That's right.
So what happened before that?
But what I guess what you're saying is that you've been working out under Steve's membership?
Maybe.
So Steve hasn't been using it, but you have.
Maybe I actually am Steve.
Oh.
Maybe Steve is my better inside half?
Maybe there's a little bit of Steve in all of us.
Maybe.
In fact, you could say we just ate Steve and he's in our stomachs right now. Scratch that one.
A morning show without a podcast is like a poorly crafted simile. It just doesn't make sense. This is the Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Wheeler and Lecter with you on your Thursday morning. No, it's not. It's Wednesday.
You
That's
rascal.
Just a quick note that Chief Jimmy Bruno school buses will not be running today. Still having mechanical issues after the deep freeze that we've had for the last little bit. It is minus 35 this morning, which means it's warmed up from minus 38. But still. And I put this up on my Facebook yesterday. I just new vehicles freeze just like old vehicles. Plug in your vehicle.
Are you getting flack from people?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is that what this is?
Well, I mean, just like I said, new cars have more electronic components, and
right,
that they have trouble starting.
Yes,
and people are like, electronic components don't matter. It's like, okay, cool. Then don't plug in your vehicle, and when it doesn't start, you can complain to someone, I guess,
and they will.
They will. Oh
You'll
yeah,
hear about it.
But I hear about it every day. It's like, this is bull. Blah. My 1988 Chevrolet always started in the cold. It's like, yeah, a few more components nowadays. Just a few.
Yeah.
Just a few. Just plug it in. Minus 25 or colder. And people are like, I never used to need to do that. It's like, it's not the 80s.
One last thing about Chief Jimmy Bruno's
yes.
school. The school is open, but parents need to bring their children.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
That's right.
Sorry, kids. School is still open.
Right. Here's the thing. And I'm sure you can kind of relate to this because you're from Winnipeg. It gets really cold.
Yep.
Snow days aren't a thing. Did you ever have snow days?
They were in Winnipeg.
They were.
Yeah.
We never really
we were
got
a bit softer down
That's
there.
right. You are softer.
Bit. Yeah.
But like we didn't have snow days. We didn't have cold days. I remember going to school when it was like the weather we've been having the last few days. You go to school.
Yeah. It was either minus 30 or minus 35. If the temperature without the wind chill dropped below that, then the buses didn't run.
You bunch of soft pudding pops.
And if the buses didn't run, Lecter didn't go to school.
That is fair enough.
Because we lived in the opposite direction.
Never had a school. Never had a snow day. Never had a cold day.
Never.
Ever.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like we've had a good snowfall this year, but we don't get like a blizzard that like is half a meter deep.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, we've had a ton of snow this year.
Ton of snow. But I remember living in Calgary, and it was May because it's Calgary, and it was May, and I was hanging out in my basement suite also because it's Calgary, and we were watching movies, and it was perfectly clear and bright that day. We were watching movies, and then as my friends were leaving, we look out the window, and the window's half covered in snow. It snowed 50 centimeters in like 3 hours.
Oh my God.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Wow.
We weren't going to talk about the weather, but that Chief Jimmy Bruno thing got me just going on it. Plug in your vehicles when it's this cold. Just do it.
Yep. It's just safer.
And other people were like, well, I minus 32, my car started just fine. It's like, yeah, okay, until it doesn't.
Yeah. You shouldn't rely on
No,
that,
you should, because it happened one time doesn't mean it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
Just
minus 25, yeah, sure. It should start pretty much.
I sound like an old man.
You do.
Just trying to teach his kids something.
You do. And they're just not listening.
That's fair. When you flood your vehicle, great. Wanted to bring this up. We were just playing the hip. What would have been Gord Downey's 55th birthday today.
Yeah, happy birthday, Gord.
Happy birthday, Gord. And I'd play Tragically Up all morning if I could, but we here at the cabin don't play appropriate tunes to what we're talking about.
That's right.
It's a long-standing tradition going back
about
to
a year.
March 5th of last year. Speaking of, we're at 11 months.
Yeah.
We're coming up on a year on the air.
Feels like no time
the
at
internet.
All. Yeah.
But, I mean, thank you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Even if you're still listening to us rant right now, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And if you're not listening, I hope you're going to go plug in your car.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
Indian Cabins has joined Enterprise and no longer selling gas. This story came out yesterday. Jeez, that's two stations between Providence and High Level that no longer have gas.
Yeah.
So I mean, between Providence High Level though is I think it's 450 clicks. So it's not. I mean, it's not a dire situation.
Right.
But we're kind of going back in the day when I was 16 or whatever, 17, and I had a 91 Toyota Corolla SE. My dad would always say, don't, like, in the north until you get to like closer to Edmonton, don't pass a gas station.
Yeah.
Stop at every gas station just in case.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe we're getting back to that a little bit now because I mean, getting to Providence, not a big deal. 330 clicks, another 450. Most even small cars can get that. That's not a big deal.
Yeah, but no one drives small cars here.
That's true. But I mean, if you're driving a big truck, I mean, you can get down to nearly Edmonton on an F-150 and a 2.7 liter V6. Well, you can. Like, if you drive it properly, you get like 12 or 1,300 kilometers out of that thing. It's pretty crazy.
Man.
Yeah,
it's a big tank.
Big tanks, buddy. 136 liters. But so it's a shame to see it. To see Enterprise go stop selling gas. They've closed completely. I think India Cabins is still going to be open, but not selling gas as its tanks are no longer certified, and replacing those tanks is an incredibly costly thing.
Yeah. We posted the story yesterday at cabinradio.ca. Popular opinion seemed to be, well, this is just another reason to visit Hay River. There are 5 stations apparently.
I think I can make it from Providence to High Level. No, I love Hay River. But I mean, the thing about Hay River is that it's out of your way. It's not on the way. It's 35 kilometers down the road, and you have to come 35 kilometers back on the same road and go back out.
Right.
And not to say that that's impossible. It's not that demanding, but it's a little out of the way.
Yeah.
Whereas Enterprise is right there on the highway. You just stop and you keep going.
Yeah, I've never made the drive south myself, but I kind of assumed that was the case. That Hay River was a bit. No, well, not straight through to Alberta. I've never done an Alberta
now, buddy,
trip.
with your new vehicle.
Well, I got to watch those kilometers. You know?
You don't. You're fine.
No, I'm thinking about possibly because planning later in the summer. Making a visit to Winnipeg, and I was contemplating the idea of making the drive.
I've done that drive plenty of times. It's a nice one.
Yeah,
it's a nice one. Late in the summer, especially.
Yeah.
Beautiful colors, and I mean, people give a lot of guff to the prairies, but it's a nice drive.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I've you know what? And I've fallen asleep on that highway. Nothing happened.
Yeah. It's funny.
Times.
I obviously born and raised in the prairies. I've heard all the jokes you can make. Hey, don't look it. Yeah, you do. Go ahead. What? I've heard all the jokes. The jokes you can make about watching your dog run away for 5 days. The thing about the prairies, though. Yeah. And this is kind of how it promotes itself as far as like any tourism. Anything
the
as
home
far
of
as
flat earthers. That's how the prairies are.
No, as far as scenery goes, though, you will never, if you're a fan of thunderstorms.
Oh yeah,
you will never see a better thunderstorm than you do in the middle of the prairies.
Yeah. Big sky country for sure.
Oh, it's so incredible to see.
And then, but then that's stymied a little bit because you're like in awe. Oh, and then you look around, it's like, oh, there's 4 tornadoes around us. Yeah. So,
the last 15 years, things have changed a little on the prairies.
You take the good with the terrible.
Yeah. Oh, hail. Maybe I should. Maybe I should get inside.
Hail the size of softballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's gorgeous.
Good
Beautiful.
times. Good times.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast, where we delete all the bad bits and make them sound at least semi-coherent.
This is insane. This is a story that came out yesterday. A jogger in Colorado strangled a mountain lion after it attacked him. So he's out on a run solo, and the mountain lion lunged at him, biting his face and his wrist. And according to the story, he eventually had no choice but to suffocate the animal. So he choked a mountain lion to death that was attacking him. That's insane.
What a beefcake.
Right? No pictures of him. I have no idea what this guy looked like.
Wow.
But now I know I want to meet this person.
I kind of just want to have a look at him.
Someone's already proposed marriage to him. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Get in line, Wheel. Get in line.
That's right. I mean, in Colorado, it's not... Mountain lion attacks are not common according to
I wouldn't think so.
Parks and Wildlife, but basically, I mean, they're praising him, just saying like he had to do what he had to do.
Well, I mean, yeah.
What are you going to do? It's unfortunate that the mountain lion, it's unfortunate that lion's instincts kicked in at that moment to go after this jogger, because for the most part, wild animals like that will steer clear of a human stench.
Normally, yeah.
Like as soon as they smell it, they're like, oh, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
you know. And but it lunged at him, and he took it. And I've had daydreams of stuff like that when you're walking your dog out in the wilderness.
Tell me about your fantasy.
And it's off leash, and you're just like, what if a coyote comes out? Like, like Rocky. When I had Rocky, I took him out to Jackfish Hill one time.
Yep.
During the summer, he got rolled by a couple of coyotes.
Yeah.
And I managed to scare them off, but he got pounced on, almost pounced on, like rolled over onto his back, which is that's their tactic, right? They roll you over in the back, go for that soft pink belly. So, but I managed to scare them off, and he was okay. He didn't get bit or anything. He just got scared. But I've had, daydreams where a wolf comes out or a coyote, and obviously this probably wouldn't happen, but the wolf goes after the dog. You go after the wolf. The wolf bites on you, probably breaks every bone in your hand or your arm because they have such strong jaws, but you reach down its throat and you pull out its heart. And that's just kind of, and then you carry the wolf out from Tin Can Hill, you toss it at the bottom of the hill, and then you call wildlife control. You're like, I took care of this for you.
And you hang up your phone and scream into the sky.
That's right. Well, and probably cry because you just killed a beautiful animal.
And that's just the way your daydream always goes.
That's right.
It always ends that way.
Yeah, and I wake up in a cold sweat every morning. This is going to happen. This is my destiny, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm sure this guy certainly didn't wake up in the morning and think, I'm going to go strangle myself a mountain lion today.
So, and he was treated for serious but non-life-threatening injuries because he was bitten on the face and on the wrist, so he's probably got dozens and dozens of stitches. Only 20 fatalities in North America due to mountain lion attacks in 100 years.
Wow.
So, there you
Can
go.
you now imagine, hopefully, obviously this guy makes a full recovery. I don't know exactly the extent of his injuries, but obviously hoping for a full recovery. But can you imagine his life after that?
What a beautiful scar story he has.
Oh, man.
Killed a mountain lion with my bare hands.
Does it get any cooler than that?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Unless you killed a bear with your bare hands. Because that's what your bare hands are for.
Yeah, but that's
killing bears.
Ridiculous. Bears are godless killing machines.
I don't know that that's true.
They've been America's number one threat for at least the last 2 decades.
I feel like the Bear Patrol is doing its job. I haven't seen any bears around here.
Arguable.
That's specious reasoning. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty badass story. It doesn't share the guy's name anywhere.
We must know.
We must know. I got to find out who this guy is.
He will be our new god.
He'll probably be on Joe Rogan or something because Joe Rogan made a post about it yesterday. He was just like, I got to meet this guy.
Oh, honestly, I hope he starts doing the late night circuit.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be great.
Gets on Ellen and plays Heads Up with Ellen.
If anyone deserves
it. Heads up, a mountain lion. Ah!
Ellen, not cool.
Not cool, Ellen. Too soon. I just killed a cougar with my cougar hands.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Lecter, if something was named after you, how would you feel about it?
I'd be honored.
Honored?
Yeah.
What if it was something bad?
Well, if it's something bad, I would be dishonored.
Yeah.
Disgraced.
Like a lectern.
Disgusted.
All right. I ask because the NWT's aviation school has got a new name. So the aviation school, the new flight school in Fort Smith officially has the name of the Terry Harold School of Aviation, which is very cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool. It's been around for a very long time. He's not super pleased about it. He's not terribly keen on it. Basically saying, I wish they'd waited until I was dead. That would have been better. It's because it's just like, it's kind of preemptive. Usually things get named after people after they've passed away.
Yeah.
As a remembrance to honor them.
Yeah.
And I think
a memorial.
He just says, I'm not that keen on it. Just because it's just like, oh, should I just go off and die now? Yes. It's like that meme with that picture of that old guy, that stock photo where he's like, guess I'll just die.
Yeah. It's like, I'm being memorialized.
And I'm still here, guys.
I'm still here. I still can do some things.
I can still do good here.
Yeah.
That's funny, though.
He also can make a heel turn. He has a real opportunity here.
Yeah, that's right.
To make a total heel turn.
That's right. For those of you who don't watch wrestling, it's where somebody turns bad.
Yeah. It's where Hulk Hogan turns into Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the black beard.
The jerk.
Yeah. Terry Harold, you have a chance here just to
mess with people.
Just to completely rewrite the history of the aviation school. and they won't be able to rename it now if you turn bad. If you turn heel now and just start acting like a jerk, it's still going to be the Terry Harold School of Aviation. They can't take that away from you.
And you know what? That might work to their advantage because everyone loves a villain more than a hero.
Right.
Like, come on.
That'd be great. Check out more of that story at cabinradio.ca. I just thought that was funny. He doesn't like it.
That might be the quote of the year.
It's like,
I wish they'd waited until I was dead.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
I think we're going to say that on the Mornings at the Cabin a lot now. I think that's going to be one of my bumpers for the show. I wish they waited till I was dead. Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler and Lecter with you on your Wednesday morning.
I'm still alive. Why?
I'm still alive.
Why is this show named after
the Jesse Wheeler Memorial Mornings at the Cabin show? Guys, I am still alive.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
Mornings at the Cabin. Alice Cooper. I'm 18. I am.
Well, you were.
Plus like 19 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You're 18 and above.
I'm further away from 18 than I was. Oh, God. Oh, God.
No, don't think about it.
Mornings.
Just, yeah.
Oh, what's the point?
Move
the
along,
point anymore?
sir.
Mornings at the who cares? No.
The Jesse Wheeler Memorial Mornings at the Cabin. Welcome.
It's happened. I've reached adulthood, and I'm dying inside. Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler and Lecter with you on your Wednesday morning. Yesterday, some footage surfaced from a constituency meeting with Premier Bob McLeod, showing a pretty fracas, if you will.
That's a good word.
I think
Good
so.
word to describe
yeah,
it.
I mean, it's an emotional time. We got the UNW surf strike notice of the GNWT yesterday. There's a lot of unease around the city. We're just kind of hoping this all comes out to a reasonable conclusion for both sides, because I don't think anybody wants to see a strike.
No.
As you heard in the video, the people saying, like, screaming at his face, "We don't want to strike. Right. Why are you forcing us to?" It's a little unnerving, and there was some allusions to the past in the NWT when it comes to like crossing the picket line and whatnot, and those kind of allusions are not helpful. But again, we're hoping that the before they go out, I think on Monday, it's Monday, that some conclusion can be reached, because I mean 4,000 UNW members going on strike of the 5,000 plus GNWT workers. Would put a huge strain on the economy and a huge strain on already a stressful time.
Yep, and as uncomfortable as it is to think about it, it literally affects everybody.
It does
in
Absolutely
some way.
It does.
So a lot of tension right now in the entire territory, but where we are, especially the city of Yellowknife being the capital. Yeah, a lot of tension, a lot of kind of uncomfortable feelings and emotions. But like you say, just all we can really hope for and say from our position is, treat everyone with respect.
Yes.
Let's not get carried away with our emotions, and obviously, hopefully everyone involved can work to an amicable solution.
And it's very hard to remain unemotional and that. I mean,
for sure,
especially when your job is at risk or your money's at risk and you have to put everything on hold. But we're hoping that, like in our comment sections on the Facebook page, we went on there and just kind of reminded everybody that, like, listen, treat everybody with respect. I was actually thinking about this, and I don't know that this might be true, but if we're making allusions to the early 90s to 1992 in Yellowknife, and getting those emotions out on social media, I'm wondering if that is not a positive effect, but there's an effect there that you get that out there.
Yeah, you made a good point.
And then don't bring it up. You don't allow it to foment and to build and to bitter at home alone.
I guess there's kind of like two schools of thought there. Like you say, that could be the way that people use it as an outlet, because we all know we're a bit braver online.
Absolutely.
When it's not face to face potential confrontation. We're all sometimes when things get heated online, we say things that we wouldn't normally say in person. So there is that school of thought that maybe people get some of that anger and that frustration out online. Yep. There's also the thought that maybe that just a bit, kind of stokes the flames.
Yes,
a little bit.
And I hope, and we hope it's not the latter. We hope it's the former. And I mean, again, hoping everything comes to a reasonable conclusion. Apparently, there was a document circulated that it not encouraged people to cross the picket line, but to say that it's not illegal. Supports and and we don't know any hard numbers about who supports it and who doesn't.
Kind of in the event of
but the man seen in the video making allusions to the history of the North and crossing the picket line. I'm not going to say which side I'd come out on on this, but I will say that those illusions are not helpful.
Yeah,
and could be seen as that's a damaging thing.
Yeah, this is definitely something where I don't know that the potential the black eyes of the past necessarily have to be brought up here, right? You know, it's tough.
It is
tough situation,
and it speaks to a bitter dispute.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Yeah, and we just like to see it. Yeah, hopefully cooler heads prevail, and by Monday we'll have an answer, maybe a way forward.
Yeah.
But stay tuned to Cabin Radio and listen to us at cabinradio.ca/live or on the app and cabinradio.ca, the website, as Ollie is working tirelessly to bring you everything you need to know moving forward for what is the biggest story of the year right now.
Yeah. And don't forget, we are a very small city. We are a very tight-knit community.
Yeah.
A lot of people know each other here, so just make sure that we are treating each other with respect and moving forward kind of in that headspace. We gotta look out for one another.
Absolutely. All right, go to cabinradio.ca to read more, and we'll bring you more as it comes.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.